with Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. Lana has been a practicing psychic for over 25 years and has the gifts of clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. She is an empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedSky.com.
Guys, how's everybody? You are okay.
We were just going to play that whole intro again.
That's okay. You guys do know that's me, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing the flute. I know how to do all that stuff. I played in band. I almost was a music major. Anyway, yeah, I figured it out. I'm not that great though. It's okay, I guess. But anyway, how are you, Kent?
I am happy, healthy, and terrific. Thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to see the sun out.
Yes.
Even though it was 50 degrees yesterday, but it was kind of cold.
It's only supposed to be 29 here.
I know. It was 16 degrees last night. We were when we got up this morning, we were like, my husband's like, oh my God, what happened? Yeah. So anyway, so what I'm going to do with you guys today is I'm going to be talking about the vagus nerve and how to heal empaths. And it's something that kind of like went like that to me this morning. And because I was watching a thing on, sometimes I get ideas off of you guys when you feed me from TikTok. And now I have these symptoms. Now, okay, if you're an empath, and most of you are listening are empaths, okay, you're going to know that you probably are picking up energy off people. Now, here are some things that can be created by being an empath. Now, I would say, okay, I have one of them. It's just interesting. Okay. So these are the things that they're finding as Harvard researchers are finding that these things are being caused by empathic abilities. You're absorbing energy. It's stress.
Yeah.
And where's your stress noise coming? It's not coming out just around you, but it's coming from other people being absorbed. Okay. So they found that this study that I had been reading, okay, they often end up with kidney failure, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. Now, I'm borderline diabetic. We were just talking about with Kent about this, that it's been something I've been fighting. And that's all that's wrong with me. But I will tell you that when I am stressed out and I am around other people sometimes that I'm trying to help, sometimes I absorb it. Because even though as a person that's been doing this for 25 years, I still absorb stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so I want you to know that you might not even realize you're doing it, because what it does is it affects your vagus nerve. Okay. You guys, the vagus nerve is part of the spinal column and it's neurological. Now, this is some of your symptoms. Now, you might not have even realized, like if you work around like very needy people, did you know that Mother Teresa used to make some of the nuns take up to 5 years off?
Wow. No,
they did, because it was burnout. It's called compassion fatigue, because they're trying to help. And they're absorbing the energy. And she would make them leave for so many years. So a lot of people didn't know that. Okay. But so here's some of these symptoms. Like what you're probably doing is if you're a natural empath, you're absorbing all this stuff. Okay. So are you sore in your neck? Like it could be the upper neck or shoulders. Do you have like a lot of soreness, like right in here? I do. It's just constant, like right in here. Yeah. And it's just, and I noticed I was always told that it was a woman thing, because we have a tendency to hold our stress in our shoulders. But no, this is more than this. This is more empathic, more spiritual. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the vagus nerve can be healed, but listen to these symptoms. You know how you had like a aha moment, like, oh yeah. And I realized that this is me. So I've been trying to write a book on being an empathic warrior and how to combat all this. So anyway, middle of the back, if you've got a lot of tension in your mid back, listen to because I've got every one of these symptoms. Your lower back, and for me, in my lower back, I get spasms. Like it's middle to lower back up to your side. And sometimes it affects your sciatica, but also your hip sockets. I have a lot of problem with misalignment. Now I do have an issue with like my back, but I know that's what this is, because when I after I've read, sometimes I notice that I'll be doing this because my neck is stiff, because guys have to know that I do a lot of readings. This week is slow for the first time ever, but it's Christmas. Everybody's broke. So, by the way, I do have a 30% off. So if you guys want to check me out on Lana's Enchanted Sky, I'm 30% off right now on a half-hour reading. Yeah. Trying to help you guys. Hey, you save $20, that buys a kid a toy, right?
Susie and Lisa are like, yeah, I got all that. Yeah.
You got all this too? Then you completely understand.
Jennifer says, yeah, same here.
Yes, you got all this. I'm telling you. And it's your vagus nerve. It is the main neurological system that's there. Mm-hmm. And so you're kind of like, you've been through trauma. There's some type of trauma. Now it has to usually be more than 3 months. But if you are consistently, like I taught for 31 years, there's no trauma there in my classroom at all, being around 750 kids for 31 years. Even now, like, because I do so many readings, and because I'm trying to help so many people. And if anybody guys know, if you're watching, I'm on 4 nights a week or 3 nights. Yeah, 4 nights. 3 nights. 3. Well, including this, it's 4. Yeah. But I have a cute little book too that I've been doing, and I'm going to show you some of the ways to get rid of all this. Okay. One is uplifting prayers to write your day, to brighten your day. And I really, really liked it. Somebody gave it to me. One of my followers gave it to me. And because I'm going to tell you how to cure this. Okay. If you're an empath, you've got all these symptoms. I'm telling you what. Whew.
Yeah. Mary Cox says, I'm very much an empath and feel so much of what everyone else feels.
And we carry it around with us. We don't even realize over time that, when you're doing this and you're not realizing that you're doing it, because it becomes part of our norm. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just interesting that now they're suggesting, by the way, that I'm going to give you some natural ways to heal. Now, a couple of you guys know. But this, one thing that works that they try as an adaptogen is ginseng. Oh. You guys know what an adaptogen is? It's kind of like ashwagandha's adaptogen. It does a lot. Now, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that I'm using. And I'm going to say that it's working for me, is lion's mane mushroom. Now you're going to be able to, I'm writing an article on this. So I'm write an article and go back to blogging, because people are going to want this information. So I'll be posting it. I'll post it on my website. Okay. The article and everything, the study from Harvard. Yeah. The vagus nerve. It like the light bulb went on like yesterday. Like I just did this yesterday because somebody said, do you have all these things? You're probably need healing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm an empath. That makes complete sense. Okay. So, you can heal this naturally. And some of you guys might know he fell.
Yeah, that's Rudy. Rudy, the Restoration One elf.
He fell. So we're gonna put him up there. There you go. Yeah, there. We can heal this. And I know that for me personally, Susie goes, literally, I was looking at adaptogens
10 minutes ago. Yeah.
There you go, Susie. So, yeah, well, see, you're an empath. You knew, its ability. And I would say women, I'm not saying all men aren't empaths, but I think women have more empathic ability, I think, in general.
Maybe they're just not as stubborn. And they're more open to it.
They're more open to it. Yes, maybe. But I know I'm always told when I go in for a massage and it's tight right here. And she goes, that's a very typical woman thing. Well, think about it. It's your vagus nerve too. Mm. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to give you some things. And I know you guys know these. It's not like you don't, but it's very interesting that because it makes me realize that because 2 nights a week, Tuesdays, I'm going to start, I don't know, did I tell you that I'm thinking about starting a trivia night on my on TikTok? Yeah. I was a teacher. I just get into that stuff because people learn best when they're playing games. You know what I mean? With something that's fun, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to, I went out and went to Goodwill and got a really nice TV. It's about 27 inch or so. Yep. And I'm going to hook it up to my computer and then we're going to play Kahoot. You know what Kahoot is?
I have played Kahoot.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
you played Kahoot. It's a trivia game. And so I'm trying to do that on Tuesdays, and Thursdays is prayer night. That's what I literally am doing. Anybody, so if you guys want to watch me on Metaphysical Meanderings on Thursday nights and you want a prayer sent and all of us praying together for each other, I got usually about 250 to 300 people on there, and we're all praying together. If you guys don't think it works, you know, it's a manifestation thing. Even if you don't believe in God, maybe if you're even an agnostic, the power of positive energy, because of as human beings, it works. I don't care what anybody says. I am positive. I had so many people. If you guys remember, in May, I thought I had cancer. They told me that I had cancer, and I was sure I had cancer because she's like, "Oh, no, I know what I saw." And when I went back in for testing, I had thousands of. I mean, people were telling me, "I'm praying, I'm praying, I'm praying, I'm praying." It was gone. There's nothing there. Yeah. She couldn't believe it herself. She's like, I know what I saw. I know what I saw. Okay.
Yep. Alyssa, good morning, everybody out there. Just know, hang on to your questions till about the top of the hour.
Yes.
We'll connect on those questions in the last 15 minutes of the show.
Yes. So we can heal this. The vagus nerve, there's little bitty exercises, you guys. Thank you, Lisa. She loves my prayer night. It's just such a simple thing.
Yeah.
Like and if you guys don't know, I've got this book, Uplifting Prayers. It was on the New York Times bestseller list at one point. So I got given it. You guys, honestly, I thank all of my followers because you guys have helped me. I was having a problem also with my some of my downloading of some of my videos and stuff, and I was really frustrated. And somebody stepped in and she's like, I've got a social media, do this. What a difference. It's made my life much quicker, everything. So it's actually great. So, okay. Yes, you can ask questions in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, also, be watching. I've got more predictions. I'm catching up on my website. So if you guys don't know what I mean, I've got one prediction page, and I'm trying to catch up with stuff where I've taken it. I'm looking from the predictions are all over the place, and I'm catching up. But yeah, we're going to be doing the yearly predictions. So we'll be doing that the first week of January. So what is it, about the 5th?
Yeah, ish, right in there.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing that. I still say, 7th. And I said this the other night, there's money coming. Last time I saw money coming the way it's coming was in August when the student debt thing kind of went through. I still say it's going to go through. They're not able to stop it. So, and by the way, I got most of mine paid off now through my SPLF. So, yep.
All right, let's get back to this vagus nerve thing.
Okay. So the vagus nerve is just it's your central nervous system. That's what this is. Okay. And I've got a few ways here to help you guys calm it down consistently. Now, a couple things you guys know is meditation.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, once you get, I'm a meditation specialist. I'm certified in it. And once you get really good about it, I've noticed I'm able to do this. Like, I'll forget. Like, I could be driving and I'm like, I'll set I purposely am doing it. I make my mind blank. And I'll be like, what was I just thinking? Oh yeah. I do it on purpose. I thought for sure, I'm like, oh God, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? But I've realized that it's my self getting rid of the stress. Forgetting, quit worrying, because worrying is just such a bad, it takes such a toll on people, right? Now, another one is, so you can sing. I know that I don't know, but do you sing in the car?
Oh, I sing all the time. The time.
I sing in the car all the time. Yeah. Now, I used to be I was a theater minor, so I sang, and so I'm like, and I just not as good as I used to be because I get older. But singing releases endorphins also. So another thing is nostril breathing, kind of like we do when you meditate. Now you can do alternate nostril breathing. So you can literally do this. And then It slows your vagus nerve down. It does the same thing as meditation. So try it. Just try it once. Unless you're stuffy.
Yeah.
It slows your body down.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, it does work. Okay. Now, actually, I've had from Native American friends of mine that they do that. That's a very thing when they're doing their meditation or they're in meditation or they're on some type of journey or something. They'll sit there and try it. It works. Try that.
Yeah, a lot of Eastern like martial arts and whatnot with that, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Yes. Yes, and that does work. And nostril breathing in general, but for some reason, closing one and breathing through that even slows you down even more.
Yeah.
And you can even feel yourself just kind of calm down. So next time, now remember, next time you start having an anxiety attack, you start getting upset about something, try this. It works. It truly does. Okay. Yep. Now, another thing is praying. It works. It works. That's why I said I'm taking my Thursdays now at, I believe it's at 8:00. I was originally at 7, but I figured, you know what? The people in California, it's 5. Yeah. They're getting off work. So I'm fine. I'm like, so I started doing it at 8. And what I do is I'm praying for people. So if you want to get on a prayer list with me, you just go in and I write you down and we pray and I say your name and we take about 5 minutes and then I do questions. Yep. That's kind of what I'm doing. Okay.
And out there too, Lana, just real quick for anybody who hasn't caught all of your shows, they can visit anchor.fm/metaphysical-meanderings, where all of your episodes are out there. Like, subscribe. That way, when they upload, you'll get a little reminder that there's a new show out there for you.
Thank you. So I don't know. You guys know what reflexology is?
Yes.
Reflexology is points. There's points on your feet. And I'm going to tell you something. God gives you what you need. And when you put it out there, you get it.
Yeah.
And I have been putting out that I need new people in my life. I needed a new,
not producers, but I get
no, not a producer. No, you're perfect the way you are. You're perfect the way you are. I couldn't imagine being anybody with you, but you can.
There you go.
No, seriously. I wanted a new accountant. I wasn't real happy with the one I had. And so I thought, well, I'm going through and the name stuck out. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to call that. And I'm thinking, well, he's a little older. I don't know what we'll do. Well, I drove there and he's in Delavan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Delavan is not far from here. About from here, about half hour, 40 minutes. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, and he's from Beloit. Anyway, so I go in there and I sit down. I'm thinking, how am I going to tell him I'm a psychic? Because people do get kind of weird when you're telling them. Yes. Well, I sat down and what in the heck was behind him on his table? Tarot cards. I laughed. I started laughing. And he's a certified Reiki healer and he's also my accountant now. And I kind of went, wow. And he says, you know what? I can help you with this. I can help you with all this. And I kind of went, and by the way, I am just a touch Jewish, just like 2% or something, but we're Christian converts is what they call it. Anyway, because it has the T in the Schwartz. Anyway, and he was a little Jewish, and I practiced Kabbalah. I don't know if you guys know what Kabbalah is. It's Jewish mysticism, and it's very closely linked to Christianity, by the way. It's very, very, and actually Jesus practiced Kabbalah. Anyway, he said to me, he goes, yeah, well, I'm doing tarot in the Kabbalah. And it was more than a coincidence. Honestly, it was more than a coincidence. Yeah. And so I was like, this is crazy. And I had to laugh because I'm like, so now I'm putting out there, you guys, SEO. I need SEO help. So if anybody knows anybody or any that can help me with SEO. So I'm putting that out there. Anyway.
So to kind of cleanse, I guess, or heal that empath, how often? I mean, do you do it hours a day? Do you do it once a week? Do you, when you feel like it? I mean, what is?
I would say do it as you need. Now, I try really hard I'm very ritualistic after I've read. So, I think that everybody's got their own. The thing is you have to be careful. It creeps up on you. You don't realize it.
Yeah.
And I know it does for me. Now, this morning I did some meditation.
Yeah.
But I go weekly and get a massage. My husband's a reflexologist. I get all this extra stuff. You know, what's it going to care if you're singing your lungs out in your car, right, guys?
Yeah. So we've talked about this before, and yesterday on the grounds, a show on Friday mornings here, 21.6 and that, Scott and I talked about energy.
Yes. And
a lot of times as an empath, there's not an exchange of energy. We tend to take it on.
Yes, and we don't release it.
Yep. And then we don't let it go someplace.
Yes.
We talked a lot about grounding.
Yes.
Going outside barefoot.
Yep.
Why do people love the beach and the water? Well, you're basically naked laying on the sand.
Yes, that's right. Right. Well, not to mention that the ions in the air from the water. You're absorbing it. Yes, and it's correcting your energy.
I mean, if we wanted to be realistic about it, the sand is horrible because it gets in places that you never know existed.
I know.
In your house, everything. So as an empath, we tend to hold that energy, take it. Let me come in and take that energy. And then we don't have that escape. And that's why I love what you're talking about today is here's kind of that way to give that energy back.
Yes. Yeah. And, and by the way, astrologically, if you are also a Sagittarius, a Aries, or a Leo, you have to exercise. You have to. You're a fire sign. You're giving off so much energy. Like where, our water signs, because I'm a Pisces moon, but I know you're a Cancer. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio
Leo,
can get meditating. They can meditate and get rid of it. But for certain signs, like it's so funny because I'm so Capricorn. I'm so I have to plan everything. I have to write everything out. And I'm very businesslike, but at the same point, I've got that Sag in me, and I just go and go and go and go and go and go and go. And I'm seeing them. If you guys know, I'm getting weight loss surgery soon, and I've been seeing a dietitian, and she's like, "How much you do in a day?" And I said, "Oh, about 10,000 steps." And she's like, "You're kidding?" Because I got people that came and do 2,000. I said, "Well, no, I do 10,000." And she's like, "Wow." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's nothing. My goal is I want to win a tennis tournament. And I want to get back in shape." So, and she's like, "I know as a Sag, we are horse, half man, that you have to have a lot of exercise, a lot." And for me personally, you will see me change from a very anxious person to a very, very calm, steady-minded person if I get my exercise. And so I'm going 45 minutes every day and walking 2.5 miles. And I'm going to try to build up to 4.
So being that Cancer Leo cusp, I have to as well. If I don't,
you're probably you're right at that edge, or you're almost completely Leo. So
So I tend to lose weight better. I sleep better. I focus better. And it doesn't have to be run a 5K. It's do some yoga. Use the resistance bands. Just I have to do something.
I started Qigong.
Oh,
if you have it, because it's real slow and and it's very strengthening. I just joined a class where I'm
one of the owners here is a few black belts in Qigong.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I want to see. I'm taking one up by me in Madison. I'm taking it online. I'd like to go to a studio, so we'll have to talk.
Yeah.
So I would like
if Jen Krejci's out there, it's her husband, Mike.
Oh, it is. I see. I'm tired of. I don't know. Are you guys? I think a lot of it that as an empath and everything, we're just tired. I need the social interaction.
Yeah, a lot of times.
That I'm just getting tired of that, But so anyway, you need exercise or movement, in general. Just like yesterday I didn't walk, but I did clean my house top to bottom. I mean, I think I walked 8,000 steps just in doing stuff up and down the stairs, and
I've recently, and when I say recently, probably in the last 11 weeks, Alice, my wife, and we started doing yoga, and man, it's stupid, but because it's challenging, but that's all you think about. Your mind clears so much when you're doing that.
Yeah.
And
I have
it's
a friend
amazing.
that's doing Kundalini, and if you haven't done Kundalini, oh my God, that's, if you aren't careful with that, you can get very sick. Because you're connecting to your soul.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's really a deep thing. And like I said, I'm looking around for a yoga studio. I was calling this lady, and we were playing phone tag the other day. But these things help an empath ground themselves.
Yeah.
That is when and at its ultimate, it's grounding. It is a grounding thing. So, okay. This is one thing we're going to do right now. Everybody's watching me. We're going to smile. Now, by smiling, literally your brain is sending a signal to your brain to release energy. So everybody's going to smile. I know that sounds crazy, but it's, and I don't know, have you heard about smiling yoga or laughing yoga? Ha, 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 oh, oh. I kid you not. There's a laughing and smiling yoga. It works. I'm not kidding you. So everybody smile and do it for a minute. If you do it, you will feel better. I am dead serious.
Yeah.
It does work. It sends a signal to the brain. Clears your head too. All right. I've been smiling the whole time, so I actually don't need to, but yeah. Take probiotics. Did you know that? Probiotics will help you get rid of energy, because you're holding, a lot of times you're holding the energy in your stomach, which, remember, your stomach is right above your
your chakra.
Your main chakra. Yeah. Okay. And your soul sits there. So, okay. Let's see what else we got. Visit people that you love to death. I mean, I go visit my family.
Yeah.
Sunlight. Now, I'm a huge worshiper of the sun, and it's so funny that you too, I have to have sunlight. Like, like some people like the dark, like they like their house dark. It's so funny. One of my very, very good friends she loves the moon. So, and I'm like, I love the sun, and it's just kind of funny. But, laugh. We talked about laughing. These are things that are going to help you as an empath.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? My mind was, I wanted
really
to say solar plexus. I don't know why I kept saying the center of your stomach is your solar plexus, guys. Okay. Listen to calming music. And that is what I do at night. I listen to Native American flute.
Okay.
I do. I'm really drawn to it. Past life thing.
Right here on 21.6 The Net, we've gone to a lot more music. Electronic dance music without words. It's just beats and a lot of good old what I like, because I own the station, but kind of that old 70s.
You know what though? There's something very good about 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and that's 70s, 80s, and some of the 90s have a 1 2 beat.
Yeah.
And so when I work out, I use them.
And because I'm a little bit of a redneck, we got some good country out there too. So.
It's okay.
We don't do genre. So if anybody's out there has music they want to listen to, send us an email at 21.6.
Yeah.
We'll put together a playlist for you.
Yeah, they do. They do that. Because I remember when Pete was still here, I would call in all the time and say, hey, could you play this? Or hey, could you play that?
Uncle Pete.
So I'm also taking a class in sound vibration and sound healing.
Oh.
And so it's going to be very interesting. Singing bowls, stuff like that. I do have a singing bowl that I use. So I could be maybe offering that one night a week too. So keep watching. You guys will see.
Now, how does that, because I know you've done a lot of research on this. How does listening to something like that help you release or heal?
Okay. This is a brainwave thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now I've done meditation. It puts you from alpha to theta.
Okay.
And it's just a deep, I know it's so funny when I can't sleep. I sometimes wake up in the night. I'll go into another room because my husband he's asleep. I don't want to bother him. And I'll just turn on the flute music with some rain or like the wind blow, something. And I mean, immediate, I can feel like just, yeah. So, everybody's different though. You got to find what works for you. Now, my one friend who's got kind of a low energy type person. She's kind of a couch potato. She loves heavy metal. Oh. And that's what she relaxes to because that helps her. I think everybody's different, but yeah. Let's see what else we got. We got reflexology. Kindness and gratefulness. Don't forget that. Yeah, being grateful and kind to somebody else releases a lot of the stuff. Now, for me, after I've done 10, 12 readings at a time, which I've done very often. I sometimes am very ritualistic. I do something like a salt bath. I have something to do with salt for me because it's the ions thing.
Yeah.
And I've over time been doing this for so long that that's kind of what works for me. So everybody's got to find out what works for them. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right.
All right. It's that time of the show, folks. This is where, if you've got a question to ask, feel free to ask it now. Keep in mind, a lot of energy out there, hundreds of thousands of
people.
listeners, hundreds of thousands of viewers. We need you to be very specific. So don't say, hey, do you have a message for me? The answer is probably and probably not. But if you want to be very specific, that's exactly what we need. And I'm going to roll back up here to our good friend Alyssa, who was early and said, hey, good morning, Lana. I got my dream job and I'm curious if I will be successful with it. Thank you very much.
Yes, but you're not going to be there that long, Alyssa. Or is that Lisa? No, Alyssa?
Alyssa.
Okay. Yeah, you won't be there that long. You're going to be moving up. Okay. Now, isn't this interesting? Okay, so I've got somebody asking about what does ringing in the ears mean. Now, ringing in the ears can mean tinnitus, but it also can mean, is it coming and going? And do you have other things going on? It could be the sign of a spiritual awakening. So that you pay attention to these things. There'll be other things, buzzing in your body, stomach issues. I mean, there's all kinds of weird, I can't, there's so many. I mean, I've done podcasts on it. So look up one of my former podcasts for the symptoms, because it could be together with a spiritual awakening. Okay. Awesome. Now I also got somebody who has a spinal steroid injection in their hip this week. Will it work? Okay. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. I just gave you a whole bunch of things to do, because it could very well be that you are an empath and you have absorbed the energy there. So, but it does feel like you are going to get some relief. Okay.
Good.
All right.
Our good friend Susie, and good morning, Susie, says, can you tell me about my father's health? Is there something he's not telling me?
Yes, he is. Yes, there is. There's something to do with his heart, Susie. It's heart-based. I don't understand. He's not telling you everything. I don't know if he's having heart skipping and he's not telling you. Or they've talked to him about it. They're not telling you something. It's something to do. I don't say it's a heart attack or anything, but there's something that you just don't know about. Okay. All right.
Nice.
Yep.
Maricela Rivera says, Lana, going out of the country for court on Wednesday. Will I be safe on this trip?
Yes, you're fine. I want you to bring, I don't know why. Maybe it's for good luck. I want you to bring a clear crystal quartz somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Jennifer, I would say when is how I would say that, is will I meet someone special in 2023?
You have a potential, Jennifer, around May of meeting somebody. It's all in how you want to react. And no offense, you are picky. You're like, oh, that's a deal breaker. It's up to you. Remember, not everybody's perfect, and you have to take the good with the bad. But I just feel like you're very discerning. So just remember that, because the ball will be in your court. So if you don't want to bite, you don't have to.
Well, and what I tell my daughters, if it's a man you're looking for, all men are idiots. Just remember that.
Yeah, well, I'm not. No comment. No comment. Okay. Let's see what we got. We got this. I have some medical tests coming up. Will they go well? They're going to have to do more. They're not going to find out exactly what's wrong with you until it's going to be the third time around. And I feel like the guy's from another country, like maybe he has dark hair, dark eyes. That person will find out what's wrong with you. Not real tall. So I'm not sure what nationality it is, but I know he's not American. Well, he's American here, but he's not originally. So, okay.
Kathy Burt says, will I get a job soon or start my own business?
You're going to start your own business.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what? And it could do well. I feel like you have to plan it out better. Don't just go off the top of your head, because some people can pull that kind of stuff off.
Yeah.
I can't. I got a plan. It's a Capricorn thing. But I just can't. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, if you ask me 5 years from now, I've written down where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks, Kathy. And being a business owner is exciting. Jennifer says, "Yep, I'm picky," and then she laughed and said, "You are correct. All minorities." All right. Angelus says, "Will I be able to purchase a house in my home state in the next 2 years?"
Yes. Oh, easily under 2 years.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Nice. Lindsay Samples says, "Hi, Lana. I'd love to know what you see about my weight healthy and what I've been praying about."
Lindsay, are you taking something? Like our Ozempic, or are you taking? It feels like you're on something to help you lose weight, and it feels like it's going to work. And if you're not on something, you need to check into something. Now, I took Ozempic. I can't take it anymore, but I took it for about 3 weeks. I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks.
So if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, if you're in America and you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, there is a program called Wonder, WONDR. My wife and I have been doing it now for about 3.5 months. I've lost 20 pounds.
I know,
and she has lost 17. So it's a great program. It's absolutely free if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
I have Aetna, but I'm getting weight loss surgery, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where my guides have come to me and told me I don't need it.
Nice. That's awesome.
So, but if you guys know, I've been walking 2.5, like I go today. I'm walking about 2.5 miles, and I'm building up to 4 miles a day.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to go faster and faster and faster, and yeah.
That's
so anyway,
awesome.
all right.
All right, Mary Cox. Good morning, our good friend.
Hi, Mary.
Longtime listener says, "I'm moving to a new job on December 8th. I know this is going to be a great move for me financially. Will I be able to make it through the next couple of months financially during the change?"
Yes, you should be okay. They're saying to just be careful now. For just watch. There's something coming up. You may have a little bit of a something might cost you something, like a water heater goes out or something. So watch your money and be very careful at Christmas, and you'll be fine.
Kathy Burt says her business is a water testing business. Definitely needed. Definitely needed. Yeah, you will do well there.
Yes, you will do it. Yes.
Yeah. Lindsay says, "I've been thinking about it, but not taking that weight loss pill right now."
Yes. You know what? I'm not a big person on medicine. I'm not.
Yeah, I try to stay away from it.
I do know that the Ozempic does work. I had to quit taking it. I started getting a really bad side pain, and it's like a rare side effect.
Yeah.
And I had to quit. So I'm on a different type now.
I just don't. Yeah, well, that's a whole different topic for a different show.
I know it.
Pharma,
right?
Big pharma.
I know it. I'm not a big. I don't like medicines at all, but I know they work too. I have a friend who takes Manjaro and has lost like 100 pounds. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. All right.
She says Lindsay says she's been looking at surgery as well.
Yes. Yeah. I don't want, my daughter's lost 162 pounds.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Lana, can you see if I will get that contract job, please? And thank you, Anna. I don't know about that. I think there might be something else coming though.
Yeah.
Everything from what I'm seeing for everybody, February and March are really super significant, and I'm not sure why, but it just seems like I don't know if it's just because January starts out slow or what, but a lot of stuff is in February and March. Now, for a lot of us, especially if you're Jupiter, if you've got a Jupiter that's your Sag is ruled by Jupiter. So if you're Sag, but there's other people that have other things ruled
2023 is a 7, right?
Yes. And yes. And that's another thing too. And the Jupiter is going in now in Pisces. So you're making your plans, and I'm a Pisces moon. This is my time. And so I'm making my plans and then executing it after December 20th, and it should go well. So do you see it? And it should go right into Aries because Jupiter's ruling it. So if you are an Aries or have an Aries somewhere sitting that's significant, that's a really, really good time for everybody.
Yeah.
So, and it's so funny because I got into an argument, like an astrology argument with one of my friends because she reads different astrology. I figured out what I'm doing and what I'm learning, because I am learning it. It's called evolutionary astrology, which has to do with Pluto. So, and transformations. So that's kind of what I've been doing. So I have a little bit different stint on astrology. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
Will you get a job in December? No, you will not, Sandra, but you will get one in January. So just keep applying. Okay. It'll be like towards the end of December, early January, like the very end if you do. Okay.
Yeah. Alyssa says, yeah, I'm a Pisces sun. Totally my time as well, March.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like you can't do anything wrong right now. And it was like this earlier for me
Yeah.
too. So yeah.
Yep. Mary says, thanks very much, Lana. I love listening to you all the time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Will I be getting a promotion at work? Yes, but it's here we go again. February, March. I don't know if everybody I don't know about you, but here in the Midwest, we hibernate January.
Oh, you better believe it.
And all my kids' birthdays are the 6th, the 10th, and the 19th of January. So they're all together. And so they're always complaining nobody wants to come to their birthday parties because it's cold and everybody's hibernating. So I've always they're always yelling at me. They're all telling me they're going to have a half birthdays. They're going to celebrate them in July, you know.
You like the springtime, huh?
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? And what's so weird is 2 are unplanned and 1 is, and that way, and one attempt.
Yeah.
So yep.
That's
well, actually, one was a month late though.
Okay.
I carried 2 of my children. I carried almost 11 months.
Wow.
Yep. Oh. They had to finally induce me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really healthy and I had no trouble, but yeah, I've been very blessed.
Alex B. Good morning. Alex asks, will I receive good news in my love life soon?
Not for a while. Now you're a little different. I want to say it's sometime in January, the 3rd to 4th week of January. Okay. Mm-hmm. And by the way, you guys, let me know if I'm off because time is hard. So, but I try really hard to be as accurate as I can time-wise. Okay. All right.
So here's just a comment from Natasha S. Mm-hmm. She says, hey, on Thursday this past week, I asked you what was wrong with my health, and you said allergies. And I went yesterday to the doctor, and it was
allergies. Yeah. Remember, this doesn't come from me. I'm channeling. I'm just the vessel, and I'm repeating what they tell me to say. Yeah. So if you ever watch, I know. Will you lose weight? Yes, you're going to. Good. Now you are. Now you know. I don't know if you guys noticed, but if I'm at home, I've got orbs flying around me, and I've been told too there's black shadows behind me. So they're probably my guides. Whenever you see a black shadow, don't be afraid. It's usually your guide. Yeah. A lot of times people are like, oh my God, there's this black shadow, and I saw it with the corner of my eye. Calm down and realize it's probably your guide.
That's right. Okay. Mary, I absolutely love you and hate you all at the same time. She says, I moved to Georgia from Wisconsin and I love my winters because I don't have to shovel snow anymore.
You know what? I honestly, if it weren't that Fort Myers is so screwed up right now because of the hurricane that I predicted. Anyway, I would be there. And my mother-in-law's here. It's just such a mess. They're saying you can't go on the beaches. There's so much debris in the ocean. You can't go to the beaches. They're washed away. There's just piles. FEMA's going person by person. There's just piles of stuff that has to be removed.
It's still tough down there.
So yeah.
Saab, good morning. Do you see me getting a new job or staying where I am at?
You're gonna stay where you're at for a while, Saab. At least about another 9 months at least. Okay. All right. Will me and Cher remain friends? That's by Felicia. You will talk, but you'll never be. You're kind of. You'll still talk. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, you won't be as tight, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Susie says, "Hey, if you have time, and we do you see anything concerning my health?"
Takes me a minute on this one. Because I haven't zoned in. Are you dizzy? Susie, are you feeling lightheaded and dizzy? Tell me that. Something's up with that. See, or brain fog or something. Susie asked to get back to me. It's something like that. Okay. And by the way, if you guys don't know, I have openings because it's a little. This is the slow it's been, but it's the Christmas season, and I've talked to my other.
No dizziness for Susan.
No. Mm-mm. Is there a brain fog? Because it seems like there's it's something to do with it's just with your head. No headaches or brain fog. Okay, yeah. Well, to me, that's dizziness. I want you to be careful, Susie. I want to say you have the start of insulin resistance. I want you to check into that and watch when you're eating carbs and see if your brain fog gets worse. Okay. Now, how to solve it? I'm telling you, if you've never tried lion's mane mushroom
It's good.
and resveratrol. Resveratrol is grape seed or grape skin basically.
Yeah.
It's resveratrol. It won't hurt you. It's all natural. I take one. I am telling you, I could not do this. I would say, what's 35% of 35? And the other day, and I go, well, it's 12 something in it. A month ago, I could not do that. My mind, something was affecting my mind. I think it's my blood sugar. My blood sugar's low. And now I'm at a point where I couldn't even count money. I was having a 20, 40. Oh, wait. The brain fog was so bad. And I swear by this. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of buying some to sell online on my website because, he just bought lion's mane yesterday. So there you go, Susie. I'm telling you, it works. And try it for a while.
We are a little bit over right now, so we're going to finish this up with Laura. Laura Sims said, should I stay with my current job? I'm asking because my company just got bought out. It's a medical supply company.
No, do not. They're not going to be pleasant to work for. So Laura, start looking now. You will have something by March. Here we go again in March.
There you go. All right, for all of us here, 216 and we can't thank you enough for joining us this morning. Again, if you have missed any of Lana's shows, you can go out to her podcast site, and I'm going to post that up here.
Thank you.
Right here.
On 216 the net.
Yep. If you go to anchor.fm / metaphysical meanderings, all of our shows are out there on podcast form. Go to enchantedsky.com.
Lana'sEnchantedSky.com.
Like, follow, subscribe to her YouTube, to her Facebook, to her TikTok, and do the same for us all here at 216 the net. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of your time this morning with us, or this evening, depending on where you're at. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
We need to crisscross them because we're talking about some of the same stuff.
Oh yeah, with the grounds and whatnot.
Yeah.
We can get you on a Friday morning at 7:30. Are you up?
Oh God, yeah. I'm up at. I can't get out of it. I'm still up at 6 o'clock every morning.
Yeah.
I just can't. Yeah. And it's okay. I get a lot done because I'm a morning person anyway.
We'd love to have you on.
But
so look at this. You've got a balance of $13.94 in there. 4,887 plays. You're averaging 121 plays per episode.
Wow. Okay.
So this kind of shows you.
Look at how much. Yeah. Well, I've been advertising a lot on my own. See, but that's the thing. I should have.
So yesterday
I'm
alone,
at a point now. I should have a sponsor.
Yesterday alone, 30 plays. Total plays.
I should be having. I'm on AdSense. I'm making about $350, $400 a month off my website now. But I need a sponsor. That's why I'm putting out there SEO. An SEO person could help me find something.
So Astrology 101 has had the most, 658 plays.
Okay. So that tells me that they like this kind of thing.
And your predictions.
Oh yeah, the predictions are always
517.
Okay.
There's just you kind of roll in.
Yeah, I can see.
I just posted messages and the Coach Papa one today, so nothing.
Okay.
But cusp readings they didn't really like that. But if we go back up here into the hundreds of plays,
so now I see how it's playing.
Vibrations, messages.
This one should do well. You know what? They want information, and I understand this. They want information they can use, and I need to be, concentrating on that.
And astrology one.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is.
So this is all of my. You guys got caught up and put them all on there now because they were behind.
Yeah, no, we've got a ton of them.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
So I think what your followers love are these type of shows. Let me give you a little bit of education.
And I just. Like right now I'm doing this sound thing and I'm just amazed. It just looked interesting. You know what I mean? And I